cross for someone who needed it, and I just realized I'm the one that he shed his life's blood to save, and I'm the reason that he rose from the grave. I'm the reason for those worn out sandals you see, 'cause he won't set me home just for me. Now when I remember all the time, all it's sweet. I just couldn't see how a sinner I was could be bought with his agony. Oh, but now it's so clear I was pardoned by God's only Son. He died on the cross for someone he didn't know, and I just realized I'm the one that he shed his life's blood to save, and I'm the reason that he rose from the grave. I'm the reason for those worn out sandals you see, 'cause he walked every mile just for me.
God gives me Jesus to share and chose me in his chaos.
baby Jesus.
Are we? Amber, get out.
To the newborn King, peace on earth and mercy now. God and sin is reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Gracious bond of earth and sky, born that man no more may die. Born to raise the sons of love, born to give them second birth. Hail the Lord, Prince of Peace, hail the Son of Righteousness. God and life to all he brings, risen willing in his wings. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Silence.
Joseph went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth into Judah in the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house of David to be named, with Mary his espoused wife, who was great with child, and so it was while they were there the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. She brought forth her firstborn son, wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room in the inn.
And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, an angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them. They were so afraid, and the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which will be to all people. For unto you is born in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord.
And this shall be a sign to you. You shall find the baby wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger, and suddenly there were with the angel a multitude of heavenly hosts, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward all men.
Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night. Shepherds quake at the sight. Glory streams from heaven above. Heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born.
I love the baby Jesus, who in the manger lay, his head pillowed soft and sweet upon a bed of hay. I love the baby Jesus, I know he loves me too, and how I know this, 'cause he died for me and you.
The stars in the sky look down where he lays. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
There'll be a payday at the
do.
Just don't worry about it.
I can't leave him here by himself,
He'll be taken care of.
but I don't know what else to do. You want to start with the bill, Miss
Well, what is it this time you're taking?
Well, you would think a person in my condition would receive a little bit more respect. I'd like to see the doctor, please, Missy.
Don't you know it's Christmas? Couldn't you come back another day? He has a family at home just the same as everyone else. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a bottle of little pink and blue pills if you take them by Monday if you don't feel any better. He might even operate again. Now, how about it?
Oh, that would be nice. No, I don't know. I don't believe I can wait that long to see the doctor. I need to see him now. If I can hold out that long.
Hello.
Hello.
You're mighty lonesome, aren't you?
Yes, I guess I am. What made you ask that? Do I look lonesome?
Oh, I can't see, but I bet you can.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you couldn't see.
Oh, that's okay. I don't mind. Besides, being blind isn't as bad as people think. I can see a lot more than you imagine. Take, for instance, I know you're a rather old gentleman. Your legs don't work very well. Your hands are shaking, and you are very, very lonesome.
How do you know that if you can't see? How can you tell me all these things?
Well, I knew you're a rather old gentleman because I heard someone call you Dad, and they had to help you in here. And I knew about your legs because I could hear the cane. And I knew, and the paper kept rattling, so I knew your hands must be shaking.
Well, what makes you think I'm lonesome?
Oh, that was the easiest part of all. It was in your voice. Are you sick, mister? Did you come here to get well?
No, I just came with my girl to visit someone. She'll be back soon. Mom, but you're a pretty young lady. How old are you?
I'm 16. I'm glad you're here visiting and not like some of the others I've met here on my visits.
Pardon me, do you have a time, sir?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
Well, it don't matter. I'm going to be here for a while anyway. But I do wish that doctor would hurry. I have the most fascinating symptoms to tell him about. Do you know the doctor, sir?
No, I don't. I'm just busy here with my girl.
I know him. He says that one day he's going to make me see again if he can ever get that specialist to come and look at my eyes.
Doc Buckhart's doctor. The corn-leading operations on me never dropped a stitch. Doc Buckhart's a fine doctor.
It might be a little while, Shannon. Is that it? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Do you remember the time you brought the little puppy home? That you found on the railroad and you put it loose and the house out began to run and tear things up? Your mother sent you to your room, how that you cried. But after supper, you'd quit crying. And before you said your prayers, you wrapped those little arms around her. And you were sorry. And you told your mother that it'd be best to give the little puppy away. Go on now and take as long as you want to. I'll be here waiting for you.
I'll be back in a minute.
Sir, was your daughter crying? Why was she crying?
No, she just gave away her last little puppy.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing important. Nothing so nearly as important as to a young lady of 16 years old.
What's tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow's Christmas, child. Haven't you heard about Christmas?
All that, I guess so.
Hey, Mac, is the doc in?
Yeah, he's in. You can ring the bell right over there.
Well, thanks, pal. Come on in, hurry. You sit down right over here, Doc. Have it fixed up in no time. Hey, Doc, where you at?
Oh, dear me. You hurt your hand, Sonny?
No, lady, he just comes in for a manicure once a week.
You would think a person in my condition.
Yeah. She is in pretty rough shape, ain't she, Harry? Well, we in the morgue or in the hospital. Hey, nurse, get yourself on now, children. My pal's in bad shape.
That wasn't very nice of you talking to that nice lady like that and yelling at the nurse that way. Well, she won't appreciate that either.
Well, what is this place anyhow? Some kind of nut house or something? I bring my pal in here. He's in terrible pain, and I can't get a bit of sympathy out of nobody. None of you got no mercy.
Maybe if you'll just calm down a little bit, the nurse will be out here in just a minute.
Oh, Louie, I'm done. You gotta do something, Louie. You got to.
Oh, hold on, Harry, hold on. I got to get yourself out here right now. It's an emergency. Hold on.
Has he lost any blood? I can't seem to find any broken bones.
No, you got it all wrong. It's just his finger here, Doc. I hope it ain't broken.
Do you mean that's what all the excitement was over one little finger?
It wasn't my little finger, girlie. It's my picking finger.
He doesn't look like a musician to me. Well, maybe he's an artist. You know, an artist does have to protect their hands.
That's it. I'm an artist. Ain't a Louie.
Yep, fist in the can.
It's not broken, just a little strain. How did you do it?
Well, we were on this bus the other day, Doc, and all of a sudden I was reaching for my wallet, and all of a sudden the guy sat down on my hand, too.
And how in the world could he do that? Unless, what were you doing in his pocket?
All I was trying to do was make change, that's all.
Just have a seat for a few more minutes. These others are ahead of you, but it won't take long. Hello, Julie.
Hello, Doctor. Have you heard from him yet? He's studying my tests.
Now, Julie, don't get impatient. We've waited a long time. We can wait a little longer. I'll let you know when he comes. Well, Mrs. Aiken, my, but you look terrible.
Why, thank you, Doctor. They ain't come out with no new medicine. You ain't told me about every doctor.
No, but if they do, I promise I'll give you the very first injection.
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
You must be Mr. Varner.
Yes, that's right. My girl must have told you I was out here. Then you know that I'm not a patient. I'm just here visiting. She'll be along any time.
But they said... Sure, I understand. You just wait here on us, Mr. Varner. I'll be ready for them in a few minutes. Mrs. Williams, I want to finish up here as soon as I can. Here's the way they'll need help with the tree. That's strange. I must have dropped my watch in the other room. If I can find my pen, I'd fill out your record. I was sure I had it here in my pocket somewhere.
Can't you take a day off?
Guys gotta stay and practice, ain't he? Pardon me, Mrs. Issy Pen. You must have dropped it when you're looking at this finger.
Why, thank you. Let's see now. Your name?
Harry the Lift. My pal's name is Harris Louie. Need his too.
Yes, and she's the one that's bringing you in. But I'll have to have your real name. Nicknames won't do.
But that is my real name, lady. My friends just call me Harry, but I don't mind them short.
Oh, well. What's your address?
Well, I don't have a permanent address because I stay in that big brick house downtown, you know. You know, that one downtown.
How long have you
Anyway,
lived there?
I don't know my address. Oh, sure, that's easy, though. The landlord leased it to me exactly a year and a day ago.
That's a strange lease. Oh, well. Occupation?
What do you mean, occupation? What is it, a third degree, lady?
No, I just need this information from my records. I just asked how you make a living. You do work, don't you?
I'm entitled to counsel. The Constitution says I have rights. I'm an artist, that's why I gotta take care of this delicate hand.
Thank goodness that's over. That's funny. I was sure I wore it. Oh, well, there's a clock inside.
Does your hand hurt much?
No, girlie. It's just a little stiff, that's all.
Well, that's good. Do you know what tomorrow is?
Well, sure it does. Tell her tomorrow's Sunday, Harry. What do you think you don't be nuts or something like? He didn't pick your calendar, did he?
I know it's Sunday. It's just that it's a special kind of Sunday. Mr. Cleveland, would you reach me one of those pens over there, please?
Well, I'll have you to know, lady, that ain't my name. It's Louis, Detroit Louis.
Well, I knowed it was someplace.
Hey, old man, how long you been waiting here?
Not long. These other two ladies have been here quite some time. Though I'm not here to see the doctor, my girl's visiting some friends. They're coming back to me soon.
Why, surely ain't checking me in this dump. Why, shame on you for even thinking a thing like that.
Young woman, if you want to see the doctor, you go right over there and ring that bell, child. Not that it'll help you none, but you can ring it. Well, I'm sorry, ma'am. This is excruciating pain and all. Here, get up and give the woman a seat. Ain't I wrote you nothing yet. Well, you keep acting like that, and I'm gonna read you the funny papers to you for a whole month.
Bess, is something wrong? Can I do something for you?
No, it's just that I feel What is it? What's happening?
Oh, would you look at that? Do something, hurry, hurry.
Oh my goodness, what is it? Why are you yelling at one another? Hey, if you're going to faint, then quit talking about it. Look at this woman over here. Please tell me what's happening. Please tell me what's
Don't worry, little one. Everything's all right. The lady's just feeling a little ill, that's all. Would you look at her? She looks as if she's not eating a wink.
She's coming to. Here, help me with her. Let's get her to the back where the doctor can examine her.
Is the lady hurt? Is that what's wrong with her?
From the way she looks, she's been hurt, all right, but not in the way you would think.
Suicide, bless me. Suicide, you nuts. Say what you will. Wait, I've seen her. Face all pale, clothes all ragged. I've seen her kind of around here before. You just watch her see.
If she wanted to kill herself, why did she come here?
Maybe she wants to die and she came here to taper off just a little bit.
Go ahead and make your wisecracks. You'll see.
Sure you would. Now you just sit down out here and be a good little boy.
Hey, she nurse, is you serious?
The doctor is with her now. I'll let you know something after he's finished examining her.
Just ask her how many she took, Miss. He probably saved you a lot of time.
It might save you all a lot of trouble if you just sit down here and try to relax until the doctor sees you. I don't think you have anything to worry about unless I'm badly mistaken.
Nothing to worry about. She tells us we ain't got nothing to worry about. This Jane walks in from off the street. She passes out colder than a mackerel, and she tells us we got nothing to worry about. Well, I declare.
Hey, Lou, what are we doing? Cop come, what do we do then?
What he means is the cops might come down here looking for that woman and take us all in for questioning.
Well, that would be a shame since it's the night before Christmas.
Christmas? Just another day of the year to me, just like any other. Of course, the doctor says this may be my last one.
Now, don't let them worry you. I've seen several people on your condition, and they still live, I think.
Christmas has a kind of magical ring to it, doesn't it? I know two little boys right now who's got their noses pressed against the flat windows looking for that little old fella with the white beard prancing over the rooftop with his reindeer.
Oh, and this might be my last Christmas, too. The last one that I spend in darkness. And you know what I'm going to do when God heals me? I'm going to go outside and I'm going to raise my eyes to heaven and I'm going to ask God to let me see that star. You know, the one, the Bethlehem star.
I think you'll see it. Who knows, even now in some quiet corner of heaven, hidden away from all the singing, a couple of angels are just polishing away on that star, getting it ready just for you.
Mommy, don't stop it, Lou!
Oh, y'all hush all that old mushy stuff. Hey, you just can't take it. And don't you say nothing about you know who in them reindeer. People leave.
I'll bet he's strong, intelligent, man like
you don't believe all them stories, do you, Mr. Rochester?
Well, now, look, lady, my name's Detroit. You know where the cars is made. Good grief, can't tell her nothing. Man, you kind of fool old Louis. Why, one year the warden brought the chaplain and told him to tell us the story about the babe. Why, I don't believe all that stuff about that star and that babe. Why, some of them guys believed it, but not old Louis.
Mister, you better be careful talking like that.
Did you say warden? Have you been in prison?
Did you hear me say anything about a warden? I didn't say nothing about a warden, did I?
That's right, Louis. I was listening super close. I didn't hear you say nothing about no warden. No, I didn't.
What difference does it make, Mr. Louis? Everybody's entitled to one mistake.
You can relax now. She's doing just fine. The doctor's almost finished her and is ready to start seeing you. Have any of you seen my watch? I was sure I had it.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this it? You must have lost it off your arm.
What was the trouble with the young lady? Did she have an accident, nurse?
You might call it that. Let's just say she misread the instructions on the medicine bottle.
Yes, sleepy pills.
My, would you just look at all those fat houses? And it's Christmas Eve, they say. I'll tell you what, give me 10 minutes, our last guest, and then I'll start out with you. I guarantee you that I'll have every single one of you out here to enjoy the mistletoe.
Doctor, I do hope you don't have mistletoe hanging around here anywhere.
Well, I do too, lady. You don't know how bad I do.
Why don't you do something to pass the time away? I'll tell you what, I've got a Bible in the back. And since it's the night before Christmas, why don't one of you read the Christmas story?
Yeah, that's right. Especially the part about the reindeers.
No, not that story. The real story about the birth of Christ.
You talk about reading that Christmas story. Why, Harry, you're still in agony. He might even lose his arm yet. You folks stop getting worked up over Christmas. Why, shoot, I don't believe in that stuff. Why, you got no presents for me, do you? Why, I don't believe in it.
Well, let someone read it. It might do us good.
That's strange. My Bible was there this morning.
Not the Bible, Harry.
Why, yes, it is. Thank you, sir. You're sure finding everything today.
Unless you all want to drive a poor old suffering man outside in the snow, then you won't read that story. I'm a-telling you, I just don't want to listen to it.
Hey, that's strange. It ain't snowing out there.
Why in the world are you so determined not to hear it? Mercy! I should think that you could at least let someone read it. Just close your ears.
Well, now, look, lady, for the last 11 years, I've heard this story, same old thing. The chaplain tells us to go down to the church, and he reads us all this story about the baby. And he tells us about the star of Bethlehem and all that stuff. And he tells us that if we're going to see something maybe different in our lives. Why, I tell you, for the first time in 12 years I've been on the outside, I don't want to hear that story.
Oh, let him read it, please. Especially the part about the reindeers for me.
Mister, don't you believe in Christmas?
Oh, sure, I believe it just about as much as you believe in that. Them angels up there crossing that star just for you.
You take it back. I'm going to see. I know I will. You just wait.
I hope you're happy now. Are you satisfied, Mr. Lewis?
Ah, look, honey, I'm sorry. Shoot, I didn't mean it. I said you'd see. Yeah, the old man said you'd see. You'll see. That's right. Yeah, they're probably crossing that star getting it already.
Child, when that specialist comes, why, he'll just make you perfect. And you'll have a miracle, child. Just be patient, child. Don't pay no attention.
I'm sorry I cried. I guess I'm just tired.
Well, just rest. Just rest, child.
Who knows, when you wake up, there may be a whole room full of gifts here just for you.
And a Christmas tree with candy canes all over it, and presents and all of you.
Why, who knows what's in this room? This is Christmas. If a king was born in a stable one night, anything can happen. Right this very minute, God might have hurling angels fluttering all around this room, just waiting, with open treasures, chests to give us whatever we ask. The world asked for a Savior one night and received one.
When I'm across the road right now, boys and girls are doing beside the bed asking God for things. Well, why don't you? I know it sounds maybe a little silly, but since you're going to take a little rest, why don't you say a little prayer, child? You don't have to say much.
I can't do that. What would you all think?
Who cares what we think? I've got 2 grandsons at home. I'd give the world right now to see praise. Just do it for me, please.
Well, leave me out of it. I'm telling you, if they haul y'all all down to the bunny farm, then I ain't going. That spirit of Christmas may be getting on you, but it ain't got old Lou yet.
All right, I'll do it. But remember, you promised me to laugh.
Don't you worry, honey. No one's laughing.
God, thank you for Christmas, and thank you for your only son. Bless all of us that are gathered here, and bless the good doctor and nurse, and help them to help us. Let Mr. Garner get back to his family, and help Harry's hurt finger, and help Mrs. Aiken to get well. And please, God, please let me see again. Oh, and oh yes, God, please let Christmas come to Detroit Louis.
Amen.
You may be saying amen, not me.
Are you sure this is the right place? This looks like a hospital. Yes, this is it, all right. This is where the cow came from. Let me see those papers. Woo! This is a pretty big order. I know it's Christmas and all, but she sure is asking a lot for a basic price.
You should have known when you volunteered to go with me it would be like this. I get all the tough ones since you know.
Oh, yeah, you lost your wings for that one, didn't you?
What was I to do? You heard the preacher praying. He kept saying, send down the fire, send down the fire. So I sent down the fire.
The fire in the baptistry? Whatever possessed you?
How was I to know it would light the place up and spread like that? If the good sister hadn't kicked the pool dry, I don't know what I would have done.
Well, at least that's one baptizing they'll not forget.
Well, neither will I. You know, I get mighty tired walking from cloud to cloud. That's the reason this is so important, that poor little blind girl. If I could just go down there and help her. Maybe if I don't mess up, I can come up and we'll review and get a chance to get my wings back.
Boy, you can feel the Christmas spirit even here, can't you? And a wonderful gesture. This is better than our usual assignment, ain't it? Where we're just assigning one particular child and only allowed to grant one wish. This way, it's kind of like we're down here again, giving gifts and even receiving them.
Yeah, it's feeling in the air, ain't it? You just feel it. It's such a special time of the year. Well, let's go down there and see if we can help that little blind girl. Maybe in the chance I can get my wings back.
I wouldn't give my hopes up, Missy. Remember the last one who lost her wings? She had to settle for a bad trade-in. Besides, we got a job to do. We can't go getting a horse before the chariot. We can't go fluttering on about golden wings till we've earned them. That's a pretty big order that little girl put in.
Let's see now. Mr. Garner, home for Christmas. That shouldn't be too hard to do. Mrs. Aiken. Mrs. Bella Aiken.
That might be
The doctor and the nurse. Detroit Louis? Merciful heavens, is that really someone's name?
That's what it says here. Let Christmas come to Detroit Louis. Those are her very words.
That's strange. I don't have anything on him here. My, this is going to be difficult. I'll tell you what, let's go see for ourselves. I could grant her wishes on any of these others, but this Mr. Detroit Louis, I just don't know.
He might be a problem.
You just sit over here, honey. We're calling in prescriptions for you. It won't be long. My, what a nice young lady. But look at her.
What on earth could have happened to her?
Well, let's not go worrying about her now. She's not on our list. But she looks so lonely. Just look at her. Maybe if I...
Don't even think about it. Remember the wings? Hello, why are you crying? I don't know. I just don't know what else to do.
Could I get you something, miss? Maybe a drink of water?
Hey, oh man, you can get me one if you don't care. Louie, can I have one,
Would you
please?
shut up? Water ain't for drinking, it'll rust you with pipes.
My, this is going to be difficult.
I'd say. Is there a telephone here?
There's one back in the lab. Just a minute, I'll see if the doctor's finished with it.
No, that's all right. Now, dearie, it's not all that bad. The world's not coming to an end, child. Thank you. It may as well. It has for me. Make her stop, Louie. It gets me in here seeing a woman cry. It might be the night of broke my Mabel's nose. Tell me about it, child. What happened to you? Tell me about it. Sometimes it helps somebody. Child, Bob, what happened to you, child? Why can't you just let me die? You know I'm going to trouble when I've taken all those pills.
No, miss, you don't want to die. You took those pills because you thought you wanted to, but really deep down inside you wanted to live.
Well, have you decided which one of her requests to grant? How about this old lady here? I think a good sheet of paint up her side, that'd be a pretty good start for her.